I have been staring at the depth chart for the Philadelphia Eagles all morning, and honestly, the way our backfield is shaping up for this season is starting to feel like a massive turning point. There is a development circulating regarding a specific playmaker that could shake up everything we thought we knew about our offensive rotation. What makes this so compelling is how one guy has managed to maximize every single limited opportunity while playing in the shadow of a superstar. The more I dig into this situation, the harder it is to ignore the impact brewing behind the scenes. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your name and city in the comments below. Let us dive in. Tank Bigsby has officially cemented himself as the essential insurance policy for the Philadelphia Eagles as we head into the 2026 season. After being acquired from Jacksonville just after the first week of last year for a 2026 5th and 6th round pick, Bigsby arrived as a depth piece but quickly became a breath of fresh air. We watched him grind out 58 carries for 344 yards, averaging a massive 5.9 yards per pop, proving he is far more than just a backup. The truth is, his emergence against the New York Giants in Week 8, where he exploded for 104 yards on 9 carries, hooked us immediately because he provided that missing spark whenever our offense stalled. As Philadelphia Eagles fans, we genuinely care because he brings a physical, downhill running style that complements Saquon Barkley perfectly. It is rare to find a change of pace back who hits the hole with such ferocity, and Nick Sirianni clearly values that hard-nosed approach. Even though Barkley is our workhorse and the highest paid back in the league, knowing we have someone like Bigsby ready to step in if disaster strikes provides a level of comfort we have not felt in years. And here is why that is a big deal. He is entering the final year of his rookie contract, meaning he is playing for his future and his next big payday. The way he finished the season with 176 yards and 2 touchdowns across the final 4 games proved he is hungry. We are banking on Barkley staying healthy for all 17 games, but if he hits a wall or takes a hit, we know Bigsby is not just going to fill the void. He is going to dominate it with everything he has got, and that is why he remains the heartbeat of our secondary backfield rotation. Fly, Eagles, fly. And honestly, the backstory of how we ended up with Tank Bigsby is a testament to Howie Roseman being a genius at finding diamonds in the rough. When we traded a 5th and 6th rounder for him just after Week 1 last year, nobody expected him to ignite the backfield the way he did. We were desperate for depth behind Saquon Barkley, and Bigsby arrived as a breath of fresh air. He racked up 344 yards on only 58 carries, averaging a blistering 5.9 yards per carry, which highlights just how efficient he is when he touches the ball. With his rookie contract expiring and paying just over $1.4 million this season, the front office is likely viewing this as a win-win scenario where they get elite insurance for an aging star while keeping the payroll flexible. Historically, this reminds me of past savvy depth signings that kept us competitive through long playoff runs, proving that having a change of pace back is vital for championship aspirations. Behind closed doors, the staff knows that at 29 years old, Barkley is a massive investment that requires careful management, meaning they are banking on Bigsby to handle the heavy lifting if the unthinkable happens. The truth is that while Will Shipley brings value in the passing game and on returns, Bigsby is the pure runner that Nick Sirianni trusts to grind out tough yards when games get physical. Watching him explode against the Giants for over 100 yards showed everyone that he is more than just a backup. Now, here is the thing. This is likely his final year in Philly as he seeks a starting gig elsewhere. We should enjoy his burst while we have him because his role is massive for our depth, even if he stays in the shadows of Saquon. Fly, Eagles, fly. The clock is ticking on Tank Bigsby because this is his final season in Midnight Green, and the stakes for our depth chart have never been higher. Let's be real, while Saquon Barkley remains the engine of this offense, Bigsby has proven he is far more than just a placeholder in the backfield. He gives us the rare insurance policy that allows Nick Sirianni to keep our superstar fresh without sacrificing offensive efficiency. His presence is crucial for managing the load on Barkley as we eye a deep playoff run. If Barkley takes a hit or needs rest, Bigsby is the one tasked with maintaining our rhythm, which keeps our championship window wide open. This internal stability is what separates us from the rest of the NFC East. While the New York Giants under John Harbaugh are still trying to find their identity, we have a clear, reliable rotation that keeps opposing defenses guessing. And here is where it gets interesting, because the transition to Sean Mannion's scheme demands high efficiency from every backup. If Bigsby continues to produce at his 5.9 yards per carry clip, we remain a nightmare for divisional foes who cannot simply stack the box against us. This efficiency is critical for upcoming battles against the Washington Commanders and their aggressive front, where controlling the clock will be the difference between a win and a loss. The bottom line here is that Bigsby is playing for his future, and his hunger for a starting job elsewhere could be our greatest asset this year. By keeping our depth strong and our star healthy, we are positioning ourselves to dominate the division and secure home field advantage in the playoffs. It is time to see if he can thrive in this new system, because if he does, our offense becomes nearly impossible to stop this season. Fly, Eagles, fly. The strongest argument for keeping Tank Bigsby on the roster is his incredible efficiency as a change of pace back who provides essential insurance for Saquon Barkley. Since Barkley carries a heavy load as the highest paid running back in history, having a guy like Bigsby who averages nearly 6 yards per carry allows us to keep our star fresh without sacrificing production. The upside is clear because Bigsby proved he can hit the hole with authority and take pressure off our primary weapon during long drives. Conversely, the major downside involves the financial reality of his expiring contract and our crowded depth chart. Because we are paying Barkley so much, there simply are not enough touches to go around for secondary backs, meaning Bigsby might seek a starting role elsewhere next offseason to prove his worth as a featured back. Around the league, analysts recognize Bigsby as one of the most underrated backup runners, with scouts from teams needing a lead back closely monitoring his usage this year to see if he can handle a full workload. Some media pundits argue that our reliance on Will Shipley in passing situations could ultimately limit Bigsby even further, potentially capping his trade value or future utilization. And I will be real with you, I believe keeping Bigsby is worth every penny even if he only serves as a reserve, because an injury to Barkley would immediately derail our playoff ambitions without a capable secondary option waiting in the wings. While it is tough to watch a talented player wait for snaps, his presence secures our floor at the most punishing position in football. The bottom line here is that championship teams build depth, and keeping a high-caliber athlete like Tank on our squad proves that we are committed to winning at all costs this season. Fly, Eagles, fly. The bottom line here is that Tank Bigsby represents a smart, low-risk, high-reward investment for this franchise as we look toward the next few seasons. Keeping a guy with his production level at a bargain price allows the front office to funnel massive resources into our aging superstar Saquon Barkley, ensuring our championship window remains wide open for as long as possible. As Philadelphia Eagles fans, we should feel incredibly confident about our running back depth heading into this year because we finally have a reliable insurance policy who can actually produce when his number is called. Having a player like Bigsby means we do not have to panic if our primary back needs a breather, which keeps our offense explosive and unpredictable. This is a massive shift in how we handle workload management, moving from a position of fragility to one of calculated strength. The truth is that while we hope Barkley carries the load for every single snap, having a versatile threat like Bigsby waiting in the wings provides the kind of stability that championship teams require. We are building a roster that respects the longevity of our stars while preparing for the inevitable physical demands of a long season. It is a testament to the front office that we have managed to secure such talent without sacrificing our future draft capital or salary cap flexibility. Looking ahead to the campaign, how many carries do you realistically think Bigsby needs to record this season for you to consider his role a complete success for our offense? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Fly, Eagles, fly. I'll see you in the next one.